Hi, and welcome to Newcastle Farmers Market. Tim Qualls here along with Greg and along with Nurse Nora, and we'll introduce Nurse Nora here in just a minute. But as we get started, we're going to tell you where we're located and all that, but this is a good cause and great way to start the show, because this is something you guys do on a regular basis, Greg.
Yeah, this is an area of the market that we use for public events. We're here today during one of our events. Christiana Care is here doing health screenings today, and they focus on different types of health screenings throughout the year, and they're here once a month. It's something that people can take advantage of when they're here, and some people don't know about it, and they just walk along, and they find out, but they also know from that, because we post these posters around, and I think I showed Jim what the upcoming events are, and it's a really good thing for the market, for the general public that come here, and we want to make sure people know to take advantage of it. Yeah, so when you see the posters out here, but I want to get to Nurse Nora, because what are you doing here? I mean, because health screen is what is health?
Health. So what we're trying to do is encourage individuals to take action to prevent chronic diseases, whether it's cancer, heart disease, diabetes. And so we come and we do blood pressures, and our heart and vascular nurses are here today. We're cancer nurses, so we do colorectal awareness, we do breast events, and then we do skin. And we promote some of the things that happen at Christiana Care, the Graham Center, but we also hook people to resources. And we brought some of our partners from the community. We do HIV awareness, and United Healthcare is here, so we really like to link people to services.
Well, this is like going to nurse school. You're educating people.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
And then we have we made an effort to educate our Hispanic community. Our materials are in Spanish, along with bringing interpreters to help reach all of the clients that come here to the farmers market.
Yeah, and I think it's great that the farmers market allows you. You got to be very appreciative to get this area, because there's a lot of traffic here.
We are so thankful, and we've been here 3 years. So each year we take advantage of this, and we really are grateful to Greg to let us have it.
Yeah, so I want to. Yeah,
both of us.
I'm going to nominate for some kind of honor or something, Greg. But if you don't mind, I want to run over here real quick, because I got some questions. I'm going to squeeze in here because I see badges on both these young ladies. So I know this is like real nurses and everything. You got a cardiologist division, right?
We are from Christiana Hospital, and we represent the cardiovascular prevention program. And we come out to help with prevention. Part of that is checking your blood pressure. You should be aware of what your blood pressure is.
Yeah, and when you talk about it, you give people tips how they can kind of watch themselves at home. Let's talk about some of the things that you just pass on, education-wise.
Well, as you know, February is Heart Month, and we have what we do with cardiovascular prevention. There are some things that you can prevent and some things you can't prevent, some risk factors. And what is important, your hereditary, age, things like that you can't prevent, but you can increase your exercise, you can eat healthy, you can know your numbers. You should be aware of what your cholesterol numbers are, what your waist size is, what your weight is, and we actually have programs at Christiana that try to help people, give them an awareness of how to be healthy.
Yeah, it's more about education. You guys do that, and that's what you try to do, educate the public, correct?
Well, I am a medical interpreter, and yes, we are an integral part of the education. In my case, to the Hispanic population, because we want to make sure they get the same service, the best service. They get accurate information. We don't want mixed information to be lost in translation.
Because I see a lot of that is, and it's hard for those folks. Christiana Care, once again, just stepping to the plate and being sure everybody's taken care of. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm telling you, but that's what the farmers market. You guys have always been about family, and those are the kinds of things that you always supply out here. And that's not the only thing that we have at the market stage. I mean, you do all kinds of things there. Every weekend, you're going to find something going on. Even entertainment on Sundays. Every other Sundays, we got live music going. You got face painting for the kids. A lot of different things, Greg. But that's entertaining the family.
Well, I think people who've been coming here for generations, there's been families, that have been coming to the market forever. Just the guys that do some of the construction work around here and that come to the market for lunch every day, they always say, man, I've been coming here since I was a kid. Do you know that? And it really always means something to me, and it means something to the market. And you know, and there's some people who've been here, Tim, and we've talked about it for 30 years, for 50 years even, tenants that have been here forever. You know, it is like a family, and there's always something changing.
Yeah, and when we want to remind everybody that's watching over in Philadelphia, New Jersey, how easy it is to get to the Newcastle Farmers Market. If you're coming over from that area on I-95, 295, whatever, just, you know, what you're looking for is Route 13, and go to the Newcastle County Airport. If you go to the Newcastle, because the state pays for advertising that way, go to Newcastle County Airport, right across the street from it. That's where you're going to find Newcastle Farmers Market.
Yeah, I mean, everyone pretty much has a way to get on the internet these days, and our website is very informative as to what we're doing, a schedule of events, new tenants, and a map of the market as it is and as it changes. It seems like every month there's something different and new. So www.newcastlefarmersmarket.com. You can find us there, and you can certainly get directions from that website as well. But it's a great way to take 5 minutes and look to see what's at the market. It won't do it justice until you get in here. But we're standing in front of one of our recent stores that opened here, Old World Breads. We're very happy to have them. This is, and maybe if we have a chance, we can talk to Chris, who's running the stand back there today. These are fresh breads that are baked every night.
Well, before we go, because you got a couple of people, and I'm going to jump behind the table, I want to remind everybody, Newcastle Farmers Market is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, 9 to 9, Sunday, 10 to 6. And so I just want to be sure you get it out there. Now, we also...
Tim, you got that right.
I was waiting on you.
I'm really
I was thinking hard. I was thinking hard. So
that stuck in your head.
But
I know it so well because I'm here.
Yeah, but it's one of those deals. I wanted people to know that. But we have a Dutch section here, and I want you to know that, because when we talk about some of that, they're not open on Sunday. So if you're looking for that Dutch section, you got to get out here Friday and Saturday for that. But Chris is back here, so he's dealing with customers. So I just kind of just walk around, because the best way to find how things are is watch people do their work, because this is not what you're going to see as this is building. This is just getting started. They got cases coming in and everything else. I mean, there's going to be a lot more here.
They have a plan to do some things here to look a little bit more permanent. They came in with this setup, which is just as good as any setup. But,
educating, because Chris is educating everybody today. As I'm looking down through here, got whole wheat breads, you got everything else, and I noticed that people are interested. Since we've been standing here, they just keep stopping, because where can you get fresh bread? And everybody's looking for that.
A lot of the merchants who are in here, and they said, they say, hey, Greg, that new bread stand you have over there is incredible. I've not been able to find bread like that in Delaware anywhere. So it's just an old classic recipe, and it's just done to perfection, and it's just, you can't find the quality in something this good, and the prices are great. And they bring in like fresh apple turnovers and cinnamon rolls, and they sell out quick. Yeah. So you got to get here in the morning if you want some of the good stuff. But they're getting their feet wet now, and they're trying to figure out, because this is an art. I mean, you got to bake it at night, you got to bring it in the morning. And that's what they do. They bake it at night, bring it in the morning, and you got to know what you're going to sell. So
and when you're talking about it, as I was introduced to Chris, he said, I said, "Are you do the baking?" He said, "Oh no, that's not me. My baker's home sleeping right now." Because his brother, it's a family business, so his brother's home sleeping, so he can get up and bake this fresh for tomorrow, because this is at Friday, so he's got to do that. Hi, Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well today. How about yourself?
You have got to be pleased to death with the reaction you got since you've been sitting here, because you guys we were here by just a week ago or so, and you weren't here, and now you're here. That's just right. To be able to start educating people what you're bringing to the market.
Well, we're doing a great job, I think. In fact, I started counting our customers that we were actually repeat customers, and we are now up to repeat customer 89. So in 4 weeks, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, and you keep on bringing more and more. That's what I wanted to tell people. There's a lot more coming as you guys develop what you're doing here, trying to find out what that customer needs are. asking customers and talking to the customers, educating them on the bread, but finding out what their needs
Well,
are.
that's absolutely right. If you don't actually deal with your customers and make sure that they're happy, then they're not going to come on back. So what we've learned is they love our Italian bread. They also want a pumpernickel. So we're working on a pumpernickel recipe as we speak.
And when you're talking about it, though, I heard you mention whole wheat. So you got different types of bread, whole wheat.
I'll go right down the list real fast. We have Italian. We have a San Francisco sourdough. Over here is our German seeded rye. Two of our 9 grains, a pan version as well as what we call the rustic version. Also, our special today is a cranberry walnut bread, and we do a variety of sweets. For the Hispanic population here, we've developed a special sweet roll called a concha. And in fact, we have 3 versions of that with the cinnamon, the plain, and the cookie dough. And also our apple turnovers, which, as Greg knows, are a wonderful, wonderful thing. They sell out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what he was mentioning earlier, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't see that. You know, and he said they go quick, but then he says conscious, and I'm, you know, that's that. You know, you talk about the Hispanic crowd. There's the Texas guys that grew up on some of that. Yeah,
that's exactly right. There you go. Yeah. Well, we did our research when we looked at the demographics in the market. We realized there's a very diverse population here. What we discovered is that we really want to be able to please everyone in the market.
Yeah, because when I tell people, because people ask me about the Newcastle Farmers Market all the time, when I tell people, you have every walk of life you can imagine.
That's absolutely right. In fact, it's a really diverse population here. It's amazing that, I love the fact that 8,000 to 10,000 people come through here on a regular weekend basis. That's just a fantastic thing. And to be able to give them wholesome, all fresh, all natural bread on a regular daily basis is a real pleasure.
Yeah, and I know you're having fun with it, and your brother, is he having fun with it?
I think he's sleeping right now. I ask him that question about 4 in the morning. I'll say I think he might know what the answer is.
He must love to do it, because to be a baker, you got to love to do it.
It's a labor of love, no doubt about it.
Yeah, when it's love and it's family, Greg, you know what? Yeah, because when you say
happy if they come home without any bread.
When he mentioned Italian, every time you get a little chuckle. It's like you must be one of those repeat customers already.
Absolutely. I mean, this market is based on a lot of different services and different types of merchandise, and food is a big draw here. I mean, we have our Pennsylvania Dutch section here. We have different restaurants. We talked about we're opening a new taco bar, and that's going to be actually this weekend. So hopefully next show we'll get a good look at that. But we have just a huge amount of food selections here, and also other types of merchandise. So, I mean, it's just one of those places where you can find it all. It's pretty cool.
And I kicked myself. I didn't mention real quick. And Chris, thank you so much, and lots of luck.
Thank you so much as well.
I think you're going to enjoy it. You're going to be here for years to come, because that's what this market needed. But I didn't get a chance to mention the Newcastle Farmers Market's Flea Market. I mean, that's one of the biggest things we have. That's my favorite thing, and I'm in such a rush today because I'm kind of running late, and I know you got things to do, and but I got to thinking about it, and when you talk about it, that's why a lot of people come here is just for the flea market, and they end up strolling in here. But the flea market is one of your big draws here, because when you're talking about, he mentioned 8,000 to 10,000 people. When you look at overall to come out here, you're looking at I'd say 30,000 people in a weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably between 15 and 30 any given weekend. It's hard to say, but certainly a lot of people that come in. And this is one of our biggest sections here that's busy on Friday and Saturdays in the Dutch section. We've been through here before, and those folks who don't know about it, should certainly come check it out, because it's just a real great way to spend a little time on the weekend to pick up some food.
We ain't going that way. I'm going to tell that cameraman, because we're going on down the aisle. We've been through that already. But Stofus Meats, while he's there, just a reminder there, that's what a lot of people come each and every week for. And, of course, the sausage sandwich. But, we were talking as we started this, we forget to, we're going to walk through here, Greg, and just start strolling, because we were talking and we forget about the little things that you have here, the services that are available here. Because when people can come out and drop things off and get keys made, just so many different things.
Yeah, I mean, you can get your shoes repaired here. You can get your keys made here. You can come in and you get a cell phone plan here. You can get your custom belt made here. There's photography services here for family pictures and whatnot like that. And there's just little things that people come here for week to week, that they use, and then they grocery shop and do a lot of other things. So that's just unique that way, I mean, you don't find that under one roof anywhere, really.
Yeah, so many things, because I said vacuum cleaners, get your vacuum cleaners repaired, and we're going to be seeing that here shortly. But this is another reason people come on a weekly basis. I talk about the flea market, I talk about the Stofus meats, but you also have the vegetable stands, one at both ends. We talked about it last week, and you can see, and they keep it all fresh and everything, so you see the amount of stuff that's coming down through here. We're kind of just strolling and going as we're going here, and you're getting an idea of the market, fresh. This is something we kind of introduced it when it came, but it has turned into a full-blown florist. This is really starting to look good.
Yeah, you see people walking down the hallway with fresh flowers, and everyone usually says, "Oh, I didn't know you could get those here," because it's such a big place. You kind of get lost after a while. But yeah, this is a great place to stop and get flowers for whatever occasion that might be coming up. And they have houseplants, and they have other things that people of all walks of life love to have. So yeah, this is Angel's Flowers. They've been here for a while now, Tim, several years. It's hard not to be successful here at the market as a tenant if you're really focused, and they're all owner operators. Every store in here, the owners here present. You can't beat that, because they're going to take good care of you.
Yeah, because when we started, I remember when, just like we are showing you the bread store, I can remember when this was 2 or 3 plants, like the bread, getting started with the cut flowers. This is fresh cut flowers. They're full-blown florists. When I say that, you've got the special things for the graves and stuff like that. They'll do special arrangements for you. I mean, they've got it all. It's anything and everything you need.
Yeah, I think you're going to see from the video footage there of what they have pretty easily. The fresh flowers come in every weekly. They come in weekly, and you just like any place, any florist you go to, this is your one-stop shop. You come here, you get your produce, you get your flowers, you get a bite to eat, whatever. You walk around, you hang out, get your hair cut. I mean, there's so many things here that you can do, and just get it all done in one place. It's awesome. I love it.
Another thing we have here at the market to offer is just unbelievable. And this is I say new, but it's not new anymore. It's here for you. I mean, it's unbelievable what the market has to offer. This is like stepping off of a boat area and fresh fish.
Yeah. You can see just from standing here how amazing the selections are and how fresh the fish look. Yeah, they bring it in off the docks every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they're here, and they got a big following. They've been here a while. They do fresh fish. They cut it any way you want it. You can also get things prepared to take home. They got a little food area here, so just another awesome offering at the market, I guess I could say. Yeah, this is the real deal, definitely.
Yeah, I love the guy back there behind. I always get a kick out of him. He reminds me of somebody that stepped off the deadliest catch. He looks like a fisherman.
Let's just ask Kevin what he.
Yeah.
Get out here, man.
Yeah, because
beautiful mountain trout here. Beautiful.
I was just telling him. I always get a kick out of you. I walk by, and you look like one of those guys just stepped off the deadliest catch boat and everything. It's true fish, and you get this stuff fresh
daily. Yeah.
Daily, and what's the biggest thing that sells out here?
I would say whitey. Yeah. Yes.
Now, what is that?
That's a frying fish. Yeah. It's really good. Sweet, mild, and taste flaky white meat. It's delicious.
Yeah. Now, I guess being that you probably help people on how to prepare this stuff.
Sure. I tell them how to cook it. How to prepare it. Whatever they like, bake, broil, fry. I give them a recipe. Whatever they like.
See, from the cleaning service, you can get it cut any way. Kevin will do it any way you want it. You can get it slices, fillets, whatever. You can just get the whole fish and take it home just like that. You got a nice salmon back there we can look at?
Salmon back there? Yeah, he got plenty of salmon. Yeah, he's going to grab a big one. I guess that's what you like.
Yeah, look at that. Well, I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful fish. It's delicious. It's fresh. Look at that. That's like... Man, you could really entertain with that, Tim. That's pretty awesome.
I would love to see that on the end of my pole, bringing it in. I tell you, yeah. But
Kevin catches all these fish too, don't you? All week long.
Do you fish, Kevin?
I do fish, but I don't catch all this fish. I only fish for myself.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, salmon. So many different ways to prepare salmon. You could give people different ideas on it.
Bake, broil, bake the broil.
Yeah, so
on the grill.
Or on the grill. So that's what I'm telling people. It's not just, it's the friendliness, the family-run business. Kevin, thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, so as we get down through here, you can see the amount of traffic the market has. Now, folks, this is coming into the market, and we're coming into lunchtime, and so to have the market, you can see this is Friday. Saturdays, it's unbelievable. And when I say that, it's not a heavy crowd. It's just fun crowd. You walk around, I'm a people watcher. I love just to walk through the market and see the different folks and stuff like that. But staying with Kevin's stuff, because we're walking down through here, and all of a sudden I'm looking, they got crab. They got it all.
It looks pretty good. I'm getting hungry. It's lunchtime. Yeah, they'll do anything here for you. I mean, you can buy the fish, they'll cook it. I mean, you can get a lobster steamed if you want, fresh live lobster steamed right here if you'd like. And we have 2 seafood places here. We know about Alex's, and they're just different. They're a little different. Some people shop at both, and some people just like to get the whole, head fish, and some people like to go down to Alex's and sit down and have a beer and a glass of wine and some seafood. So they're there's enough people here that these guys are able to, bring something a little different to the market, while it's similar at the same time. So it's a great place to get seafood.
Yeah, it's a great place. It's a great place to do so many things. You're looking for games or collectible items or things like that. You've got Annabelle's Attic, and you always had it. We've been in there, but there's so many things. You got toys and games. In fact, as we stroll in here, we'll just take a quick glander here because I want to go in here because I always see something. And what I like about it is you find these reproductions of the old toys from when you were a kid, and when I was a kid, you might still be a kid, but you can come in here. You can find different things from the going back in time games to current day games on shelves today.
Yeah, Brian is always got something new in here that he's working here right now. But hey, Brian, the dart supplies. I know it's like one of the biggest now, I think, in Delaware, isn't it? Your supplies?
We're the largest retailer in Delaware for darts, dart accessories, and dart supplies. So we're getting customers from 4 or 5 states away coming down to get us.
Yeah, I'm talking about that because we broadcast this out. We've been in here before and talked about it. We get it out to Jersey, Pennsylvania, and stuff. Price, and that's one nice thing about it is when you're here in the market. I keep forgetting to mention pricing's a big issue here because you guys can afford to put it out there, and plus we have no sales tax.
Absolutely, tax-free, great prices, great selection.
Yeah, because as we're walking down through here, one thing I didn't notice until you were back here, pool cues. I mean, what a selection there.
We've got it all. If we don't have it, we can get it. Darts, billiards, tin signs, toys, Melissa and Doug toys, everything you can ask for the game room.
Yeah, because I was coming in here, and when I came in here, we found like Tinker toys and things. Because you got some of the flashback, going back in time.
Yeah, good old-fashioned stuff we all grew up on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He grew up on it, and I see you're busy getting some signs up and everything else. But darts, it is becoming a big sport out there.
It's just as big as billiards is. It's a common thing. It's just huge. There's leagues all over the place for it, and it's hard to find quality selection and quality merchandise without going online. And why go online when you can come into the store and get it at a good price?
Yeah, I like coming in and finding somebody like yourself that's in this business because you're like Peter Pan. You don't want to grow up, right?
That's right. Always a kid. Always a kid.
You got to be. What other way you love being in something than being here with all this? I mean, how do you stay? Well, I guess you get to tinker with all of it a little bit.
Well, you play off of your customers. You love your customers. You give them service. They constantly keep coming back after you. So it makes the world go round for us. We're quite pleased with it.
Yeah, and, of course, being here at the market, a lot of built-in traffic for you as well.
Absolutely. The place is always a zoo with customers.
Okay, let's sing the song, guys. You ready? Can you do the song? Come on.
I think I remember this.
It's Slinky. It's Slinky. Yeah, oh no! I guess I'm going back too far. We're going out of here. Ryan, thank you so much for your time. But when you're coming here, because Greg, it amazed me. I'm glad. I'm glad you walked to the back because I didn't go back there the last time I was in here. I kind of, because sometimes when you're walking through the market, you kind of just glance into a place, and I thought, oh, toys and games, that's kind of cute. And I saw something, I walked in, but I didn't go take my time and look through the place. But back in the back, I mean, it's unbelievable what's back there.
Kind of that's why we do the show is to sort of let people know some of the things that they had no idea were here. Even if you've been here before, you might be just like, I never saw that, or I didn't see that. I mean, you really need to take your time when you come through the market. Some people come in, they get their produce, they might get a bite and they leave. But if you're here just for a day of just sort of, or an afternoon or whatever, just to walk around, don't be afraid to get in those stores and see what's in there. Because, even if it's not something you need today, it might be something you need tomorrow and you won't forget. So that's...
Yeah, well, he's got some sticks back there on the wall, so I know I'm coming back in. I didn't even notice those cues back there. So just anything and everything, that, if you're looking for that. And that's why I say it's a family place. When you're talking about the Newcastle Farmers Market, it's a family place. There's something here for everybody. If you're looking for books, you're not going to get a better deal than what you get on books or in magazines and stuff right there. There's all kinds of things. Jewelry store. We talked about that.
Repairs, and they do watch battery repairs.
Well, that's what I want to make clear. When you're talking about things, just like the florist, when we're talking about that, that's a full-blown florist. They do everything every florist will do. This is a full-blown jeweler. I mean, this guy will do anything and more than every jeweler out there in town.
Yeah, they still got their Christmas decorations up, so they're always in a good mood over here. They'll take good care of you.
I don't think they ever take them down.
Maybe not. Maybe not. It's easier that way.
It's a holiday season all year round with these guys, and they do a fantastic job with it all. And they really do. I come in here to get batteries changed in my watches. It's that boom, 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 that quick. And price, once again, I want to remind everybody, because we're running out of time, where we're located. We're located on Route 13, which is known as Harris Corner. It's easy to find if you're coming over from Jersey or Philadelphia. Just come over the bridge or get on 95 and come until you get the Route 13 exit. Get off there and follow the signs to the Newcastle County Airport, and you're going to find the Newcastle Farmers Market right across the street from the Newcastle County Airport. And we talk about the little things. We mentioned this before, just little trinket things throughout there's so much out here, Greg.
Yeah, there's a lot out here. Definitely too much to talk about in one show. But visit our website at newcastlefarmersmarket.com. And you can kind of scroll around our interactive map and see what stores are here, and maybe you can kind of plan an afternoon to come check us out if you've never been here. I think you'll be happy, and you'll go home happy. You'll go home with something good.
Yeah,
or otherwise.
I know we got in here, and I got upstairs, and Linda, of course, been here for years, and your secretary upstairs kind of makes the announcements and things like that here at the market. I got up there, and she said, "Oh, I'll let Greg know you're here," and I'm like, "Well, no, don't let him know. We haven't had our donut yet." Yeah, because fresh donuts. I mean, there's so many reasons to come. I don't miss it a weekend. I come out here sometime during the weekend, if I'm not even doing anything, just to stroll through the market, like I said, because there's so many people and everything else out here. It's just a lot of fun. It's family experience. Want to remind you, it's only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday and Saturday 9 to 9, Sunday 10 to 6. It's easy to get to. Route 13, 273 coming together. That's Harris Corner. Greg, once again, tell them to come out and see us.
Yeah, come on out and see us. We'll see you at the market. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Get it all at the market. The Newcastle Farmers Market has it all.